Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gray. I'm your local non-binary bisexual tarot reader here. Today we are taking a look at what is next in your journey, just some general messages from Spirit. So what's next in love, life, relationships, career, it just depends. Whatever comes up, we're going to read. And so we have 3 beautiful piles, or groups rather, to choose from today. We have this wonderful, beautiful piece of selenite for group number 1. For group number 2, we have this beautiful piece of raw white opal. And for group number 3, we have this wonderful piece of clear quartz. So go ahead and take a deep breath, meditate, whatever you need to do. See wherever your intuition leads you. Pile or piles, whatever you're feeling. Watch one of them, watch all 3 of them. And yeah, so I will link the timestamps below for each of the groups, and I will see you all in your reading. Okay, hello to everyone who chose group number 1 or this beautiful piece of selenite here. I'm going to go ahead and put this up here. So we're just looking at general messages from Spirit. What's next? Where are you on your journey? Basically any messages that Spirit wants to relay today, we're gonna get them. So let us get started right away with your tarot cards. Flying out. See, we have 6 of Winter, which in this deck is the 6 of Cups. Let's see what else we've got. We've got Sun, we've got Death. At least one more to start with. I definitely have this feeling of like there's an end to this very heavy energy. I feel like with the 6 of Cups here, it very much makes me think that you guys are finding or are being advised to find this sort of playful, childlike energy and really like dig deep into the things that gave you joy as a child. So let's see what else the cards say. If I could get one more card, that would be great. You know what, we'll take 2. That'll work. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands and the 8 of Swords here. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely getting this flash of inspiration. And for me, the 8 of Swords, you know, in the traditional tarot, it shows that, you know, this person is surrounded by swords and they have a blindfold over them. And it's sort of like this illusion that this person is trapped, that they could really take the blindfold off at any time. And so I think for some of you, there's this feeling of being stuck. There's this feeling of very much like you're in a routine, or you feel like you're forced to be doing something. You feel like there's something that just can't change, like there's no way anything can change. And I think for some of you, you know, that this feeling of being stuck, it might not be entirely in your control. I think there will be a moment, there's something you need to let go of. There's this, maybe it might just be this like feeling of, it's sort of this feeling of like you have to do things this way because they've always been done this way. Or maybe it's not your idea, but it's like it's something that's being sort of thrust upon you in a way, whether or not that's in a specific workplace, in a specific relationship. There's just sort of this feeling of there's like a routine, or there's like a strict set of rules that needs to be followed in your current situation. And for some of you, I also get that feeling of, you know, this might be something you can step out of, and this is self-imposed. But for some of you, I feel like this might be coming from a source other than yourself. There's this feeling of needing to step out of that, of needing to walk away from that, and sort of just like bury that in a way so that you can move forward to like this joyous, sort of like childlike, beautiful, like playful energy that's coming in your life. And it's like it's being brought in by this Knight of Wands here. And so So I'm getting a few different messages and I'm trying to keep them straight. So for some of you where this is self-imposed, for some of you might just be even like working too hard toward a goal. And I know that sounds impossible to those of you who are probably doing this, but for some of you, you're working too hard. You can't see everything else around you. Maybe you're neglecting your relationships. Maybe you're neglecting your health even. But there's something that you can't see because you're being limited by how hard you're working. You're not seeing anything else around you. So there's this need to step back and like let go of this death grip you have on whatever it is you've been working on, whether or not it's a project, whether or not it's just work in general, whatever it is, there's something that, because you've been so focused on this, your view has been so narrow, you cannot see anything else around you. And so there's this need to find more balance in your life. And I think there's this moment, and this is across the board, there's very much this moment that I think is just going to be sort of like an inspiration moment, like an aha moment, where like all of you sort of realize like, this isn't what I want. This is so restricting. This is getting in my way of pursuing my goals. And I think for those of you who are working so hard, who feel like, you know, you can't work hard enough on pursuing your goals, there's this need to step back. Some of you might be facing like a creative block, like writer's block, or you just feel like you've been spinning your wheels, you're not getting to where you want, you're not growing as fast as you want, or you're going unnoticed despite the amount of work you've been doing. And that's really where I see this need to sort of relish in this joyous energy. Some of you need a break. A lot of you need a break, I'm sure. But some of you need a break from whatever it is you're pursuing in order to overcome this like creative block. And I feel very much that if you allow yourself to sort of enjoy all of those things you enjoyed as a child, or just play, you know, just play in whatever that means to you. Just try to set aside some time every day to play, to sort of have gratitude for what you do have. And I think that through those moments, you will overcome this creative block. Don't push yourself so hard, and don't beat yourself up for not being where you want to be, because you're exactly where you need to be. And this is a lesson you need to learn, because I feel like a lot of you overwork yourselves. A lot of you just work yourselves to death. And and that needs to be something you need more balance. You need to bury that. You need to move past whatever it is. And for some of you, that means you have to do some inner work. Like, what is it? What insecurity do you have? Or who has told you that you're not working hard enough? What makes you believe that you're not working hard enough? For some of you, this is inner work that needs to be done. And through this joy, you might discover that that's not what matters. What matters is just enjoying life and enjoying every step of the journey, even the difficult parts. And for some of you, it looks like just this need to remove yourself from this sort of mindset that you put yourself through, probably from outside influences. Just take a look around at why you think you need to work. For some of you, it's like you're terrified that if you don't continue to work, then you won't be where you need to be, or, you know, you'll fall behind, etc. And yeah, that just needs to be, you just need to sort of take off with joy. Take off with enjoying this playful energy. So there's another message that I'm getting, and it's sort of in the same vein, but it's very much like you just can't see what's coming. A lot of you might feel stuck in different ways, feel like nothing has been happening at all. Like it's not that you've been working yourself too hard, and maybe you have been working yourself at like trying to find the next step. Like, you've been working very hard spiritually to like get answers. And I think for a lot of you who have no idea what's coming next and are very frustrated by that and just really want answers and really want to know what's coming, there's this need to also surrender to that playful energy. There's this need to put that down and walk away from it. that's something I really struggle with too. I struggle with both of these things as well. So I understand that need. Like, you don't feel secure necessarily in what you're doing currently if you don't know what's coming next, if you don't know what to work toward, if you don't know, if you don't know whether or not things will work out, or whether or not, you know, you need to be doing something else. And for everyone in this pile, there's that moment of rest that needs to happen in this joyous way, in accepting everything. There's this need for acceptance of everything as it is now and everything around you, to have gratitude in everything that you have accomplished, as well as everything that's happening now. There's this very need to be in the moment here, but there needs to be this death, this removal of whatever is keeping you stuck, whether or not that's the fear of the unknown, or for a lot of us, I think basically across the board, the fear of the unknown is accurate. The fear of failure, the fear of going against the grain. We need to bury those fears and whatever work that takes, so that we can enjoy this new beginning of a more relaxed approach to whatever work we're doing, whatever is next on our journey. There's a lot of anxiety in this pile, and I think that is contributing to being stuck, and the panic that maybe you feel of the unknown, or this fear of failure, or this fear of just not being good enough. And yeah, so take some time out to relax, and really just focus on yourself, and focus on those things that bring you joy, and, you know, your friends and family, your hobbies, whatever it is that allows you to relax. Put some energy into that every single day. Take some time and put some energy into that. For a lot of you, like, ideally, if you could just take like a few days to just fully immerse yourself in something that you love, that would be fantastic. But I know for most of us, that's not possible. So just taking some time out of your everyday to focus on that would be fantastic. So let's get some more messages. Conclusions are within reach here. We have your commitment is being tested. I find that really interesting. And I think part of committing to whatever it is that you're doing is allowing yourself to have space, is allowing yourself to have breathing room. I think that's your commitment is being tested in a way that's very much like, how committed are you to yourself? Because that is where we thrive with goals, right? If we're committed to this goal, we're committed to ourselves, which means we have to be committed to every aspect of taking care of ourselves, not just the workhorse aspect. Are you committed to relaxing so that you can allow yourself not to burn out? For conclusions are within reach, I think there's definitely this message of, if you allow yourself this time to breathe, things will start to make sense. Things will come to you. Things will be easier. You just need to relax. And then, yeah, the answer is we need our coming, which is essentially yes. Yes, I would agree with that. So yeah, that's pretty much the same message. Conclusions are within reach. The answer is you need our coming, and it's all about being able to really set aside this workhorse mentality, and or this fear mentality, and work towards something more relaxed and more just full of that childlike, playful energy. Let me pull some more cards for you guys. Release, and we have distance. Absolutely. I don't know what could be any more clear than that, with the rainbow in both of them. Very, very much, yes. There's need to totally just release yourself from this pressure you've been putting on yourself, or this pressure that's been put on you from an outside force. There's this need to walk away from that, to figure out how to breathe separately from whatever pressure is being put on you, whether or not from yourself or an outside source. There's this need to distance. Yeah, totally distance yourself from this job. Distance yourself from this creative project. Distance yourself from whatever you're trying to do distance yourself from this constant need for answers and answers and answers. For some of you, I am getting the specific message that some of you are watching too many readings because you desperately need to know what's happening next, and there's this need to step away from that. I think it's hurting you more than it's helping you. It's a distraction from allowing yourself to, like, just breathe and give yourself space to figure things out on your own. So that's a message for a select few of you. But yeah, there's this need, this death card with the release, there's this need to bury, to move on, to really, like, you know, have a funeral for for whatever it is that's stressing you out, even if it's just walking away from it for a while, so that you can come back with a fresh mind. So I'm going to pull some final messages here, just some additional messages from Spirit. We have the Chariot here. We have the Emperor. And one more, please. For group number 1. And we have Temperance. Yes, totally about balance, please. The universe is begging you to find some balance in your life, and I think you all know that you need balance in your life. I think that the difficult part is allowing yourself to have that balance, and for a lot of you, you just feel so stuck. You feel like you cannot possibly take a break because it will be your downfall, but I'm telling you right now, taking a break will change everything. Like, taking a break will help you immensely. We have this movement. We have this Emperor card, which is all about sitting in this energy, this assured energy, this, like, this confident, you know, this confident energy that, like, knows what it's doing. I think through this balance, and the Chariot as well. You know, we have the 2 frogs here in the traditional card. We have the 2 lions. The Chariot card, to me, is all about movement through balance. You have to have equal sides of work and play in order for yourself to move forward. And I think with these 2 balance cards right here and the Emperor in the middle, there's, like, you will advance. You will get to where you want to go, no matter what. You know what I mean? I'm saying that right now across the board. You will be successful in this endeavor you're trying. You will be. And you will learn what you need to learn from the situation, essentially. That will be your success, is learning whatever you need to learn. And this Emperor energy, just sitting in that confident royal energy of just knowing what you want and knowing exactly how to do it, comes from this break, comes from this balance, comes from your ability to set your work down and walk away from it, you know, for a little bit every day. Just, you know, 30 minutes even of reading, of drawing, of playing video games, of literally like baking, anything that feels like play to you. Literally playing, like, just engaging in those things that feel good. And for a lot of you, I feel like it needs to be tactile, like working with your hands, like playing with clay or slime or like that sort of thing. Like anything that's very tactile will be very, very beneficial to you. It could really get your brain moving. And this is how you will move past this, by allowing yourself to breathe and allowing yourself to take a break. So yes, I see good things for you guys. You are working very hard, and it's time to reward yourself with a break, at least a little bit every day. Anyway, I'm just repeating myself at this point. I think you guys get it. That is all I see for you guys. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. It is always a pleasure. If this resonated at all with you, please comment down below. I love hearing from each and every one of you. As always, if you like what I had to say, please subscribe, ring that notification bell while you are already there, and I will see you all in my next reading. Okay, hello to everyone who chose group number 2, or this beautiful piece of white opal. I'll leave that right there for the duration of the reading. Today we're looking at basically what's next on your journey. Like some general advice from Spirit. Where are you guys? Just like, what's going on? Let's get some messages here. What do you need to know right now? We'll start with some tarot. And things are already popping out. So let's see. We have the Strength card. We have the Page of Swords. It's Page of Spring, and that's Swords in this deck. Let's see. And some more messages. Apparently 5 cards want to come out today. We have the Ace of Swords as well. Let's see. We have 9 of Pentacles. Pentacles. And we have 3 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. So, let's see what we have here. So, there's this feeling of you guys have been working very hard at something. We'll figure it out along the way, won't we? I think there's this need of there's this message of patience. I think for most of you, there's this need to really buckle down and use your brain. And I know that's interesting. I think a lot of you have been trying really hard to do something yourself. Do something yourself that you need help with. And you've just been, you know, there's this feeling of you're very close. You feel like, you know, maybe you've been having some success. You're getting closer to your goal, but you're still not where you want to be. And that's really frustrating to you. And I think that there's this need. Okay, I'm getting multiple messages here. There's this need for outside help, regardless. But for some of you, you've been working really hard on a project, or advancing in your career, or spiritual journey. For some of you, you've been working really, really hard. And, you know, you're trying to do everything right, I think. You've been seeing progress, you've been celebrated, or you've been moving up, or you've been noticed. In some way, you're being noticed, and you're like, okay, so I'm doing the work, and this is where I want to be, but it's not quite where you want to be. And I think there is this moment of there's strength in many ways. I think it has taken an enormous amount of strength for you guys to get where you are, to keep working every day, for some of you, like, you might be like a minority in your profession, and it's been really difficult to stay the course because it's just been demanding, or you've been dealing with people who have specific prejudices or just don't believe that you can do your job, or whatever it is, you know, your field, your creative project, whatever that is, you've been dealing with, you know, resistance from people who just don't believe you could make it happen. There has been an enormous amount of strength that has been needed for you guys to even reach this far in your goals. So I think a lot of you, some of you may be like, why don't I feel satisfied? Or like, why am I not happy with what I have created? And I think, you know, there's this message of taking some time out to be satisfied with what it is that you have created, or what it is that you have been working on. And I see through Page of Swords here, through 3 of Pentacles, through Ace of Swords, there is this need for you guys to either reach out for help or accept help. And I think that that's something that's really difficult for you Pile, for your group, rather, specifically. I think that because you've worked so hard and you've gotten everywhere on your own, and, you know, you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps, or you've faced backlash, or you have just climbed from nothing and gotten close to where you want to be. You've seen progress, definitely. Because you've done most of this journey on your own, you feel as though you shouldn't be reaching out. You should finish this by yourself. But there's either going to be a moment where you realize, oh, I could get to where I want if I work with other people, if I invite other people into my group, if I accept this offer that's coming to me. For some of you, it will be an offer from someone else. For some of you, it will be a moment that's like, oh, this could be 10 times better if I branched out. For some of you, I'm getting a really specific message of someone, or some of you have maybe built a business or a platform on social media, and maybe you've gotten big enough to the point where you can start hiring outside, like hire someone to deal with your social media, hire someone to go over your emails, hire an assistant, something like that. But I'm getting a social media message specifically, but this might just be like, in general, if you built a business, it might be time to hire an assistant, hire some help, hire some more employees, hire people who can help you, because you've done everything yourself, and fantastic, you're finally seeing results, or you're finally seeing revenue, or you're finally seeing yourself moving up in this company. But there's this need for teamwork. And I think for some of you, it will take strength to be able to admit that you can't do it all yourself, which no one's meant to do everything themselves. Like, we're supposed to heal in community, we're supposed to work in community, we're supposed to share ourselves with others, you know? part of this, you know, for some of you who have started businesses, I mean, you wanted to give back, or have started organizations, or even those of you who are working on art or that sort of thing. There's this need that you wanted to connect with people in the first place. So why not connect with people behind the scenes as well? And in order to reach more people, in order to reach your biggest goals, and in order to just move yourself forward, and it's kind of like this full circle moment of like, reach out to reach in, and if that makes sense, or reach in to reach out rather. Like bring people close to you, bring people into your inner circle, bring people into your work projects or your personal projects, people you trust, obviously, so that you can better give back, or better forward yourself, better reach your goals, your dream goals, which can be definitely reached for sure. And I think, you know, reaching out for other people it'll get you there faster. So let me see some more messages for you guys. And honestly, congratulations, you guys have worked very hard. If pile number 1 called you too, you might just want to take a look at that, because that could be a message that could be helpful for you guys. Okay, we have a personal issue reaches resolution. And we have your commitment is being tested, which was also a card that was pulled in group number 1 as well. So yeah, I feel a lot of similarities in these groups. Let's see. I feel like just like it's the same message for group 1 with this card. There's this need to commit to yourself, commit to your business. And I know you guys have put in so much energy, so much work into committing to yourself, and committing to your business, and committing to this creative project, and committing to whatever it is that you're trying to advance in, you're trying to meet this goal in. But part of that commitment is allowing outside help. Part of that commitment is allowing yourself to take a step back and unburden yourself with some of this work. And there's great strength in being able to reach out and allow people to come into your space and come into your come into this thing that you've been working so hard on. And for some of you, it's very much just like you need to reach out, like in this your place of work. Maybe you need help with projects, but that commitment this is part of it. This is part of it. You committed fully to yourself, and right now that looks like expanding in a way that involves other people. A personal issue reaches resolution. That's really interesting to me. For me, that message is calling out to people who very much have a hard time reaching out and asking for help, or just really want to commit to doing everything for themselves. So yeah, I'm getting this message from that. It's just like that is some inner work you might need to do in order to really feel comfortable with this, in order to really accept that this isn't you being weak, or this isn't you not being successful on your own. It's actually the next step in your success is working with others. So yeah, let's pull some more messages for you guys. Okay, we have intuition, very beautiful blues in this reading as well. Yeah, there's this need to connect to your intuition, totally, and get moving. Yes. So I love this get moving card, because this card to me is sort of like a, what are you doing? Like what are you doing? Like it's sort of like a check-in. There's this, like, get moving. Like, get moving on this thing that you're avoiding. Get moving on this. So it's not toward, you know, those of you who've been working really hard, it's not like you're not working hard enough. It's if you want the next step, you need to get moving toward that goal. Your intuition is really important, because your intuition is going to help you decide what sort of people and specifically who you're going to bring into this next level of your journey. And I think it's really important to make sure that, you know, you're really asking yourself, what do I need help with? Who can help me with that? If there are people you already know, maybe reach out to those people first, people you trust. And for those of you who are like looking for outside help, you know, network. In a way, reach out to people that you know, like, do you know anyone who could do this? Do you trust anyone who can do this? For those of you who are more in like a work setting, make sure you're sharing things with people who have your best interest in mind. who aren't trying to, like, you know, use you as a stepping stone to advance their career as well. If it's mutual, then definitely go for it. But people who are going to leave you in the dust, I think definitely there's this message of use your intuition regarding who you bring into this endeavor. But yeah, this get moving card is definitely sort of just like, I think a lot of you know, you're like, you've been thinking about it, and this is sort of just like confirmation that this is what you need. But yeah, get moving toward that goal by you know, reaching out for people to help you. I also see this card of like, your goal is almost there. It's attainable, like especially with this 9 of Pentacles, which is all about like almost reaching that 10 of Pentacles. But like, you are reaching out toward that goal, but you don't know, you know, you just can't quite reach it, and it's because you need other people in your life to help you build up to that next level. I'm gonna pull one final message here. From the Mushroom Tarot, just to have any additional messages, confirm anything for us, see if there's anything else you guys need to know. That is way too many cards. Thank you. Okay, so we have this 4, which is unique to this deck. It is a special card, so we will consult the book. That is not the book. Where is it? Hello. Here it is. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So, we send spores out into the world to create connectivity to the whole. Think on whatever you find in today's reading through the lens of collective oneness or interaction with something bigger than yourself. In all of the major arcana descriptions, we see a push-pull between inner reflection and connectivity to a collective being. After you've nurtured what's inside yourself, find a healthy way to share it with the rest of us. So yeah, this card is all about connectivity and reaching out and using what you know inside of yourself to reach out to the collective, whether that be through creative endeavors, through work, through projects, through whatever you're focused on. It's time. It's time to reach that next level. It's time to reach out at a greater capacity. I'm getting this message of like, some of you are afraid to grow that big. Some of you are afraid that your dream is like, it scares you how much success you could have if you did this, and that's why that is like what is keeping some of you from like really reaching toward this goal. So just have confidence in yourself, because this goal is worth it. It is everything you want. It is your dream. So take a breath, take a step back, listen to your intuition, and when your intuition reminds you that I am right and you need to reach out, go ahead and do so to people you trust, so that you can work and move toward this next level. So that is all I am seeing for you guys. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. As always, it is a pleasure. If you resonated with anything I had to say today, for some reason my mouth cannot speak, and I apologize. If you resonated with anything I had to say today, please go ahead and comment down below. I love hearing from each and every one of you. As always, if you like what I have to say, go ahead and subscribe and ring that notification bell while you are already over there. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next reading. Hello to everyone who chose pile number 3 and this beautiful piece of clear quartz. So I'm going to put this right here. Today we are just we're taking a look at what is next, some messages from spirit, what you guys need to focus on, what's going on in your spiritual and, you know, in your life journey, career, relationship, whatever comes up. So yeah, let us get started with you right away with the tarot cards. Some messages for group number 3. We have 4 of Swords. We have a Wheel of Fortune. there's a lot going on here. What is going on with you guys? So much. Whatever it is, it's a lot. There's this definite need for rest. This is too many cards. We just need one more card, please. One more card for group number 3, please. Thank you. Okay, we also have the 8 of Summer, which is the 8 of Wands. Interesting. So there's a lot going on with you guys, and it's happening very, very quickly. For me, the Tower card, we'll just start there because I know that makes a lot of people panic. For me, the Tower card is all about, it's about quickness. We have the Tower and we have the 8 of Wands, which means a lot of stuff is happening at the same time. And I think for you guys, it's going to be overwhelming. For me, the Tower is, it's all about transformation. It's all about a complete decimation, if you will, of your life as you currently know it. And that scares a lot of people. Change is a huge thing that scares a lot of people. I think for you guys, a lot of you are ready for it, but you don't know what it is. You don't see it coming. You don't know, like, a lot of you think you have an idea of what's coming. You're sort of expecting this maybe. But for some of you, it's just going to come out of nowhere. Like, you're ready for the next thing. You're like, all right, let's go. Maybe you're in a period of transition, a period of relaxation. Maybe you guys just ended a cycle and you're waiting to see what's next, and it's going to be bam. For a lot of you with this Wheel of Fortune card, I do feel like you just ended a cycle. I think for a lot of you, you might have let go of something, or you moved through something, you did some work to let go of something so that new things can come into your life. It's just all going to happen at once. With this Fool card, like, right, front and center, to me that means there is this need to have faith in whatever this is. It's going to be sort of like, it might give you whiplash, it might come in fast, it might, your life as you know it now will be completely different and in very soon. And so there's this need to very much trust yourself, trust what's happening, because I think there is this beautiful ending. Like, the Wheel of Fortune is all about good luck. So luck is turning in your favor. So if you guys have been struggling a lot, this is probably fantastic news for you. The Tower card might also refer to something in your past, something that was devastating, that is maybe what you were letting go of. But I think there's just this change. There's a lot of change at once. For some of you, it will be really overwhelming. For some of you, I think for all of you, it will be very overwhelming. But for some of you, you will feel secure and okay. For some of you, you might just feel very like, all over the place, which is why there's this 4 of Swords here, that need to rest. Make sure that throughout this entire journey of whatever's coming next, which, Spirit is being very vague. I think it's very different for a lot of you. For some people, it might be love. For some people, it might be other relationships. For some people, it might be like a spiritual awakening, or like your next spiritual awakening. If you've already had one, there's not just one, there's many. For some of you, it might be a job. It might be a moving house. With the image on this 8 of Wands, there's this fast movement. For some of you, it might be actual movement. You might be moving countries, locations, houses, apartments. You might be moving in with someone. There's so many messages in this pile, so I find that really interesting. But it's big change. For a lot of you, you want it. You've been wanting it for a long time. But when it comes, it might be very overwhelming. Knowing that it's actually coming, you've been waiting. You've been like, okay, I've been getting messages like, something's coming. But when? It's right around the corner. It's right around the corner, you guys, and it's good. But there's this definite need to take the first step. Like, when you get this opportunity, when you see the cards line up, the dominoes line up, everything starts to fall into place for you guys. You need to say yes. You need to trust in yourself and trust that everything will work out and trust that you will be okay, and that this is the thing. This is what you want. There's that need for rest, though. Like, really make sure that you take the time throughout all of this, because I think this will leave you very frazzled, very exhausted. Even though it's a good thing, even though good things are coming to you, I think it will leave you very just like really tired. And so there's this need to, this definite message of rest coming through for you guys. But yeah, like, it's a pretty straightforward message, although very vague. Change is coming. So let me pull some more. Let me pull some more cards. Oracle cards is the word I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. You know, every single pile has gotten your commitment is being tested, and I find that really interesting. But yeah, you work through your fears, your commitment is being tested. This is very much, yeah. For a lot of you, you have a fear of change. Even though you want change, even though you've been waiting for change. For some of you, like, you don't quite understand, like, what this entails. So a lot of you, this might bring up a lot of things that you are afraid of, or, you know, that self-doubt, that you're not good enough, that this isn't the real thing, that this is too good to be true. There's all of those feelings of, like, why can't I get, like, why don't I know what's happening? I'm very overwhelmed. I want to say no. I want to say no. I want to walk away from this. With these cards, it's all about saying yes. Saying yes to that uncertainty. Saying yes to the dreams that you have that feel unattainable, that you don't feel like you deserve. Working through those fears of just really, there might be some guilt too. One or a few of you, there's a specific message that, like, you might be moving up in something, or you might be, you know, moving away from your friends. Something about, like, other people in your life it feels like they're getting left behind. But there's this definite message of, like, you do deserve this. You like, you might feel guilt, but there's this message of, like, they will be okay. They won't get left behind. You will still have relationships with these people, and you deserve to move up. You've been working very hard, or you've been waiting for this change, and it's your turn, essentially. So yeah, commit to yourself. Commit to this thing that you want. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Let us get a couple more cards for you guys. Please and thank you. Some more messages for group number 3. Also, with this clear quartz, I see there's, like, this clarity that comes through. Sort of like everything you have, like, everything has been building up to this moment, and you'll be able to look back and see, like, oh, this and this and this happened so that this could happen all at once. So yeah, let's pull a couple more cards here for you guys. Let's see. We have opportunity. Yes, opportunity is knocking right under the tower there. There's no doubt in that one. All right, one card for them, please. Thank you. Feel. Okay. Yes, there's this need to be grounded. There's this need to breathe. There's this need to connect with yourself, with others as well. So, like, reach out to the people in your life to sort of keep you grounded during this sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not torrential, but turbulent time in your life. And that's sort of like this need for rest and this need for feeling everything that's going on. So I'm always one that says, you know, enjoy every step of the journey. This whirlwind feeling will be very overwhelming, but if you allow yourself to take a step back in the middle of this and really feel how you're feeling, it'll be easier, and it'll be something that you can remember, something that you can learn from in the future if you have moments like this again. But yeah, take this opportunity. Say yes. The door is open, and it might be overwhelming and it might be terrifying, but it's time. It's time to say yes to this opportunity. It's time to do it. It's time to step through. It's time. So yeah, this has been a pretty straightforward reading. You guys, it's coming to you. It's the thing you want, whether it's a relationship, a job, a career opportunity, you know, an opportunity to move forward in a creative endeavor, whatever that is. Honestly, these cards just came out and they are perfect for this reading. So we have the Tower again, which is like confirmation that it's coming to you. And here's the Devil, which is all about, you know, not being tied down by your fears, not backtracking, really just believing that this is for you, finding balance as well. You know, in that overwhelm, it's possible that for a lot of you, overwhelm leads to shutdown. And that's why there's this need to find balance by reaching out to people in your life to help you stay grounded. You know, the people you love, the people that make you feel good, make sure that you're still connected to them during this time of turbulence, this time of change, and also that need to connect to yourself and breathe and rest. And I mean, I think a lot of you are prepared for this. It's going to be hard, but that doesn't mean you're not prepared. Even though it's hard, even though it's stressful, I think you can handle this, and you're very prepared for this. Just make sure you breathe. I'm going to pull one more card for you guys because the spread feels uneven. And I think that there's another message in here. One more card, please. There we go. Judgment. Yep, it's your turn. It's your time. All of the things have been adding up, and it's your time to grab them. Look at these people. Like, they are reaching toward the heavens to get what they deserve. Their abundance, their prosperity, their love, whatever it may be for you guys. So, totally. It's time for you guys, and I'm excited for you guys. Like, this is going to be a really, really beautiful and real fast whirlwind. And once you come to the end of it, you're going to look back and be like, whoa, this makes sense, but also, whoa. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. As always, it is a pleasure. If you see anything in the cards for yourself, if anything resonated with you, please comment down below. I love hearing from each and every one of you. If you like what I have to say, go ahead and subscribe and ring that notification bell while you are already up there. And yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next reading.